Page 30, the Coventry Carol. Beautiful piece of music. This is in 3/4 time with 2 flats. We're in the key of G minor. So make sure you can do the scales. The B flat major scale, it has 2 flats. And the G minor scale, it has 2 flats. I got scale videos on those. Do what I tell you to do in the scale. At least 1 octave up and down. 2 octaves would be better, but don't push it. If you don't know the scale, 1 octave is good enough. 1 hand at a time. Let's just check that. Don't really see a lot of problems here. Just check and make sure we got everything okay. The right hand, you're starting here. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 3, 1. Then cross over for the F sharp. 2. And you may wonder, why is there an F sharp in G minor? Well, I'm glad you asked. I'll tell you. It's called a harmonic minor. This is the minor I cover in my scale video. G minor, 2 flats, but with harmonic minor we raise the 7th step. And that's an F sharp. So you're going to find F sharps in the music too. They're using a harmonic minor. That's all. And you get a lot of this crossing over stuff. You get that in piano, big deal. The last line on page 31, you're up here, and then here, and then here. We end on what's known as a Picardy third. Isn't that sweet? Instead of a G minor chord, we're ending in a G major chord. It brightens it up. This was actually quite common back in the Middle Ages when they had a piece in a minor mode. They would end it on the major mode. That would just call it Picardy third. The third of the chord is simply taken up a half step is all. So you're using B naturals at the end. Left hand is broken chords. I do a 2-5 or a 2 on the E flat, and then the thumb on the white keys. And if you want to do an E natural, E, because then again measure 7 is 2, and then come down, and then you have an E, a B flat, and a C. I'll come back to the wavy line later. Right now just play it here. And then this measure 11, crossover. You can use 4th finger if you'd like. Whichever is easier. And then reach down with little finger. Connect them all. There, though. And then measure 13 is a different pattern for broken chords. Don't forget the E flat and B flat. They're in the key signature. Measure 17 is an E flat, a B flat, and a C. I'll do the wavy line later. Right now it's here. Then reach down. Like you were at the beginning. In, the last 2 measures, here, and then reach up. You can do 4-1 or 5-1, whichever. It's a B natural and a G. Put the hands together here. It sounds wonderful, don't it? It's not my fault. It's it. I hope. Get rid of the hesitations if you have any. And then as far as articulation goes, you have slur. The melody starts in measure 5. It's lift up, lift up, lift up, lift up. So lift up for the phrasing in the right hand, and I play it really quick like that because it's easier for me to hear the sentences, the musical sentences, if I play it a little quicker. But the idea is to lift up. The left hand, connect it all. Forget these slurs they've got in here. This, connect it all together. this wavy line is you just roll the chord quickly. It's not done rhythmically. Well, it can be done rhythmically, but in this piece it isn't. Just real quick, one note at a time, quickly. And there's different ways of interpreting it. You'll have to decide how you're going to do it, or your teacher will tell you. Some people will play all 4 of these notes as one chord, and they'll play it so the top note's on the beat and the rest are pickup. So it's like that. So the beat is a steady 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and the rest are pickups. Other people will play as together, these together. So these are together, and these are pickups. I don't recommend that, but other people, like me, will play the bottom note on the beat with that. And they're done quickly too. Did I say that? Oh. Same thing for measure 17. It's the same. However you interpret measure 9, do the same on 17. Dynamics, it starts out moderately soft. In P, that's both hands. And when the melody comes in a measure 5, that becomes moderately soft, and the left hand has to go down to soft or softer. You decide what you want that to be. How soft is that? Make the left hand softer. And measure 10 and 11, or 11 and 12, excuse me, here. All the time I'm doing this, I want to hear that. Don't drown it out. And don't play it louder. You play it where it belongs. Just make this left hand softer. And the whole thing is sort of at the moderately soft level, but once you get into it and get to know it, you can get a little louder and softer as you feel it. But you need to feel it. So if you feel it, you do it. If you don't feel it, don't do it. Speed, moderato tranquillo. Oh, this is at moderate speed. How fast would you sing it? You can put somebody to sleep with this. That's fine. Not exactly a party piece. Okay. Then, of course, we add pedal. We want the overtones. We want to connect things. And their pedaling that they're doing is fine, but I have a couple of suggestions. Like at the bottom of the page on measure 12, you're here. I'm going to lift the pedal up with, I'm going to lift both hands because there's it's a phrase in the right hand and the left hand gets a rest. I'm going to lift the pedal up with them, and I'm not pedaling that beat. I don't need it. So it's... And on measures 13, 14, and 15, this is too blurry for me. So I'm going to lift the pedal up on the 3rd beat on each of these. Because I can hold the notes down with the hands here, and I want to connect everything. So I still get the sound. I just don't want to blur the melody. What I'm recommending on the pedal. Otherwise, you just pedal it like the showing, overlapping, change each measure, so forth. If you find it gets too blurry, change the pedal. Some of these measures where the melody is changing, like measure 9, if that's too blurry for you, then maybe you don't pedal the last beat. Just lift it up. And on measures 11 and 12, changing, lift up. That's my impression. You have to experiment with the pedal and the sounds you're getting. You know, what sound do you want, so forth. But try different things out and see. Just don't let it get blurry, because that takes the tranquillo out of it. And now it's just a moderato yuck. So, The poco right at the end, you slow down a little bit? All right, that's fine. Let's play it together slowly. It's slow anyway, but I'm going to take it slower than that. Not going to do any dynamics. There isn't any mark to speak of. I'm going to pedal it like I suggested, or at least I'm going to try to. I'll give us 3 counts. It's just checking notes and rhythms. That's all we're doing here. We're not performing it here. 1, ready, go.